Hey, yo, hello, hi. Okay, so I just wanted to make like a quick video, like, oh my god, what are you doing to Fury Warriors and stuff. Um, First off, I just want to mention and say that, like, yes, I know that I'm playing with maybe one of the best Holy Priest players. So your LFG experience is gonna be a lot different. I know for a fact because every single time that I queue with LFG, Fury Warriors are so annoying. Like they're just so annoying. But here I can like kind of give like a detailed explanation of like kind of why Fury Warriors are the plague for people that don't know how to position. So the most important thing into Fury Warriors is kiting away from his healer. That is the most important thing. Reason why it's because if you kite the warrior in a way where they have to trade their own life to attack, then they will eventually die. So I'll kind of like show you what happens here, right? Because both me and my healer kind of knows this, like, you know. So here in the opener, I'm vibing kind of hard. I'm just doing the pet bug, just doing some damage. So here, when I get this trap, I don't want to chase the warrior. Like the thing is, if if you ever run into a warrior, you're completely inting the game. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just stop running into warriors. So here, I get the thing. I then walk away from him. I don't, even if he like went behind here, there's no point, right? I'm just kind of vibing. Here he pops in every single CD in the opener, so my priest retaliates with a stun because it doesn't have reflect either way. My first line of defense isn't to press disengage or whatever. I just Shira freedom, run away. Just instantly, just like dip out, because if you have these up like available, doesn't matter how many defensives how many gap closers he uses, he will never get to you. Whereas like if I disengage, then he's gonna connect to me, then I have to then I have to freedom, but now he's gonna still have uptime, so then I have to use Shira anyway. Whereas like if I just pop Shira in the opener, he can never get to me in the first place. So yeah. And also where I'm kiting, the way that I'm kiting is the most important thing. So remember the healer's over here, right? So if I kite the warrior over here, the healer's fucking 70 yards away. So even if the warrior went on me here, like he decides that like, okay, I would rather hit the healer because he's over here instead of the hunter that is 50 yards away from me, right? So that now he goes on my healer. But you see, like even when he goes my healer, I don't want to walk into him. Like he still has this like respect the cooldowns. So I'm just kind of vibing. I'm playing at a distance around like 40 yards. So my healer got a fear, very good. Now let's see here. The first thing that my healer did after he got the fear is running away from this healer. Look here. So here instantly, he could have walked this way. He could have walked over the ramp, but he decides to walk right here. Reason why he's over here is because then if the Fury Warrior is ever in his entire natural lifespan wanna hit the healer, he will die because his healer is over here. So Epic Shot just kites him right here. Look. And then he realizes, oh shit, I can't chase him because then I'm going to be in line of sight of my healer. Let me go Hunter instead. So then I'm like, okay, let me also kite away from the healer. And now he's like, oh wait, if I chase now, I'm going to die. So his healer has to like push in, right? So now his cooldowns are completely over. He didn't really force anything. He got like Fade, Roar of Sacrifice, BM Exhale. That's like pretty much it. Also here, one thing that is like kind of important is that you want to use harpoon as a way to get out. So you never want to harpoon trap to a healer when there's a Fury Warrior on top of him. So here I just wait until the Fury Warrior gets to me and then I can harpoon trap. So here he presses Heroic Leap. Now the thing is like, I could just 50-50 trap. Maybe he deaths it, maybe he doesn't. But the thing is like, that's not super important. Like the thing is, sure, if he deaths instantly, then, maybe I can go for that play. But, like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna kill myself just to get a trap. So, therefore, when I didn't get death, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna get out. And where am I running? I'm running away from the healer. I'm standing right here. So, his healer is here, right? If I stand over here, the warrior, he can't attack me because here, I'm in line of sight of both the warrior and my healer, but he is not in line of sight of his healer, so he can't stand here. So he has to fall back. See, now he's like, oh shit, I'm trolling. So he's playing here just to avoid the damage. Now, the worst mistake that I can ever do right now in this position is walk into the warrior, because that's exactly what he wants. So therefore, I'm just kind of vibing, right? I'm waiting. I go back, and then he goes out because he needs to attack my healer. Because right now my healer is kind of in the open, right? So if he attacks my healer, then, you know, then yeah, he can like still get healed, right? Which is why Epic Shot is like now running away, kind of. But also like a good thing about playing like this, this is like kind of good and bad to stand here because there is no pillar in sight. So if we get a trap, which we do, the warrior is now in the open. He can't have a pillar to run to, which means that he will probably die maybe. No, it's completely fine, but that's like, yeah, that's besides the point. So here, apotheosis, press everything, right. So my healer, he went here, which is the plan to be over here. Like he can like walk around this entire pillar, which means that if he ends up over here, the warrior will be lining his own healer, so therefore he dies. My plan is to kite him so far away from his healer that he will have no choice of doing anything. See here, look, epic shot right here. If the warrior wants to attack him, he will not get healed. You see here, this heal won't go off. The healer's like, what the fuck, bro? You lined my heal. And he's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. And then I'm like, okay, let me just do one rapid shot for fun. And here I'm also noticing, oh wait, let me kite him away from the healer. Plan is to kite over here. Since if you have the option, don't kite on top of your healer, because now your healer can just get like kicked and stuff. So I have the option of kiting over here, which is going to be away from his healer. So either way I do this, like, he's going to die, right? But that's the plan. The plan is to kite over here, but then the healer forgets to heal. I then stun him, and then he died. So I guess like kind of what won us the game over here was Epic Shot's decision to go hard to the pillar over here. Lining is his own healer, because he still has Guardian, right? Look here. And then he lines this one heal, which is probably topped him to full because he has the healing conduit. This would have been like lay on hands, this flash heal. But then he lines it, and then Guardian fell. So yeah, this was the reason why they lost. This one little thing. And also, yeah, I guess you can notice like the way that I'm positioning myself over here, I'm making it so the warrior has to always use a mobility spell to get to me. Like I'm not gonna walk into a warrior even though I do it right now, but that's only because I want to use my 3 stack of tip of the spear, plus I have a stun trap available and he's probably gonna die here, so I feel like it's fine to be melee range here, but it depends. But other than this one moment, I was never in melee range of the warrior. Like just run away from them, okay? Very important. You want to make sure that like if you use harpoon, you harpoon to get away. If you disengage, you need to disengage to get away. And also one thing that is also very important that I did here in the opener, also, when they have recklessness, kite away. Like kite in a way where they can't charge you, because their charge is like a little like 10-yard dash or charge kind of. Yeah, you see here like the this thing. So even if I just kite him in the open, like a circle over here, it doesn't matter because he can still get to me. The only way that you can get away from a Fury Warrior when he has Recklessness up is not being in his line of sight. So here, doesn't matter that he can charge me every cooldown or every GCD. I'm behind the pillar. He can't he can't get to me. So yeah, I hope you learned something. This was kind of, I feel like it was a little bit rushed, but I don't know. I've gotten so many questions about like, oh, how do you deal with Fury Warriors and such? And I know that it's like harder, because a lot of this, like, the majority of this win was only based on my healer's positioning and a little bit of my positioning. So if I was playing with like a LFG healer here, that even though maybe the LFG healer could have done like the same damage and the same healing, it's the positioning that counts. Positioning is super important into Fury Warriors. And if you don't know how to position yourself, both you and your teammates will lose. So I guess this can be like a tutorial you can maybe send to your healer. Like if your healer's dying for whatever reason, like your healer shouldn't die into Fury Warriors, because what should happen is that if the Fury Warrior is on my healer, I should be able to kill him, because my healer should be standing in a position where like the Fury Warrior can't get healed if he wants to attack. Does that make any sense? Or standing out in the open when you have Storm Trap available. So right here, right? Kiting him into the open when we have Trap available. So now the Fury Warrior wants to run, but he can't run because there's no pillar. This is like the only time where it's like good to like kite when there's like no pillar. Plus he doesn't have recklessness, so it doesn't really matter. Like he can't really punish us anyway. Doing this positioning in the opener would have been really bad, but second go it's completely fine. Yeah, and that's kind of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little cheeky guide. Okay, bye. Take care. Adios. Also, I guess I can show the rating. Yeah, the rating here was oh no, I think this was a 214. Okay, bye bye.